everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cooper and I'm a 25-year-old cash budger who's saving for the future, specifically a school fund and an emergency fund. And I'm also the owner of Purely Budgets over on Etsy, which you can always find in the description box down below. In today's video, we're going to be doing our last cash planning for the month of July. We are going to be cash planning $600 plus $90. Those $90 are going to our 3 challenge binders that we are going to be doing later this week. Those are the same $90 that we cash plan every 2 weeks and that we use actually every single week. But with that being said, we're just gonna jump right into this real quick. And this is the first time that you guys are seeing it. So I did a binder refresh like about a week or 2 ago. Let me shift some of this stuff over real fast. So about a week or 2 ago, I did a binder refresh and kind of moved some things around, kind of fixed some things. I changed the color scheme in here, so it is still that brown, but I actually decided to switch it over to my taupe rather than like the normal brown I have in my shop. And I do just want to apologize about the lighting real quick. It is really early in the morning, so the sun really hasn't fully risen, and so it's not really coming through the windows that great. When I opened the window, it looked like a giant spotlight just hitting this section of where I film. And I just did not like the way it looks, so I did have to turn the blinds to kind of lower them a little bit. So I'm so sorry about the shadows. I will try to fix this while I'm filming if I can, or not while I'm filming, while I'm editing. But with that being said, we're just gonna start off and we will kind of talk about my binder refresh as we go. So the first one that we always have is going to be my car insurance, which we are gonna do. It's typical 72 in here. And I'm gonna try to, I always say this every video, but I'm gonna try to subtract as we go. It may not work. The next one is going to be my Christmas fund, which is going to get its normal $30. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to jump here to the back and I'm gonna show you guys my emergency school fund section. So my emergency school fund section is going to have my back to school tracker in here. It's gonna have my stair step to 1K, which this entire fund does actually go to my school, so that's why it's back here. And then my Mean Girls is my emergency fund. So that's what this whole section is. With my back to school, we are gonna be putting its normal 250 in there. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, and then we will come back to those last two at the end. So after my Christmas, back here in the front, we go to my low priority, which I may end up switching this because this is the first time I've actually cash planned with this new setup. I may switch this low priority to the back and put my school fund and emergency fund over here. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do because it's typically my school is the next most expensive thing that needs to be taken out first. So I do wanna make sure it's towards the front of the binder. So I'm gonna end up switching this at the end of this after the video is filmed. But in here we have my hair care, which has $20. I'm only going to do $10 into here because my reallocation is going to be coming up for the month of July and I'll be putting extra cash into there. My car maintenance, let's see, how much do I have? I have 20, 30, 40. I might just stick with doing 5 in there. Let's just do 5 in car. Okay. And then coffee, we do have 52 in here, which is good enough, but I think I'm gonna round that off to 8 so that it becomes a full 60. Travel funds, this is brand new. So this is a brand new folder in here, and the reason I'm putting a travel fund in here is in September, my fiance and I are taking a very large week trip out to California. We're gonna be flying into San Francisco, spending a day or 2 there, flying out of San Francisco to LA, spending another day or 2 there. We have 2 concerts to go to. We have a birthday to celebrate. So it is like an all-in-one trip in September. So I definitely need to start saving some funds. Everything is completely paid for at this point. But I need to save funds for food, for concert amenities such as, merchandise, because definitely merchandise is gonna be bought for these. So right now, I'm only gonna be stuffing $5 into here. Minus 5. Coffee, I'm actually gonna switch this and we're gonna, you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna do $2. I know it's such a weird amount, but we're just gonna do 2 in there. And I'm gonna add 6 back to here. So $226 is what we have. I'm gonna do that for a very specific reason because I just realized I need to add money to a fund that isn't like an everyday expense that we normally allot for. So we're gonna go into my month ahead binder here and I'll talk about that fund right now after I do this. So my month ahead, it stays the same every 2 weeks. So I'm just gonna kind of go really quickly down. So 35, 25, phone is getting 30. And then back here, we have my subscriptions. And subscriptions used to get 15, but I went ahead and refigured out how much, or not reallocated, but kind of adjusted the budget to actually figure out how much subscriptions I have at this point in time. I did go through, cancel a bunch of subscriptions that I wasn't using or just knew I could live without. I got a discount on one of the subscriptions. So I did end up lowering this to $4.20. So this one is only gonna get $13 this week. And it used to be 15. So, I mean, it's a little bit of a little less than what I would normally get, but that's totally fine. The fund that I am actually funding this week is going to be my Vampire Diaries. So this challenge actually is part of the Rewatch Savings Challenge series from WalletWell. His name is Blake. He is one of my budget besties. You can always find him in the description box down below. And he created this rewatch series where you rewatch the show, and as you rewatch it, each season goes up in increments of 10. So yesterday, I actually finished season 3 of the Vampire Diaries. So we are going to be stuffing $30 into there today. And then that is it for my month ahead binder. And then we are going to jump into my yearly 1K challenge, which July is done. We've started August at this point. And with August, we're just gonna be doing, I didn't add $30 here. Give me 1 second. Let me make sure I did all this correctly and I'll be right back. Okay, so $93 is what we're left with. So my yearly 1K is going to be getting $30. Just because that's the highest amount here. So that is that. We're just gonna do one in there for today. And then we will jump into my savings challenges, which I have back here. So today we're gonna actually complete my get in losers for going shopping. It is a 15 and a 16. So we're just gonna throw $31 into there. So 31 is going into Mean Girls. And so we're left with 32. So now I'm gonna come back here and we are gonna come to this challenge. So this is my stair step to 1K. This one does come from the Plan Dollar. We are going to, and I'm gonna mark these off right now because if I don't, I'm gonna forget about it. So let me see. So 4, 10, or that 4 and 2 is 6. So we'll do -6. I'm gonna mark these off as I go. 4 and 2, another 6. So that's 12, 14, 18, 26, right? Yeah. Oh, Jesus. So we'll just do 26. We're just gonna do 26 right now. And then I shouldn't have subtracted from that. So give me 1 second. Let me figure out how much I had left. And then I will subtract the 26 from there real quick. So, okay, so I went and figured it out. So there was $32 left in there. I did just do one row for 26. We have $6 left. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and do $6 here. So we're gonna mark off that 6. And that's gonna give us the full $32. So I'm gonna subtract 6, make sure everything's fine. And we will kind of go through, and if I have any errors, I will figure it out at the end. Let me just close this binder real quick. It is a morning for myself, so that's why there may be some issues here with my filming. So bear with me, guys, I'm so sorry. Okay. So we're gonna go through and we're gonna do our cash breakdown at this point. And then I will go ahead and add as I go through. So 72 is going to be getting 3 20s for 60, 10 for 70, and then 2 1s. We're gonna add 30, and 30 is going to be getting 120 and 110. We're going to be doing a 10 here, a 5 here, 2 1s. What is going on? 72 plus 30 plus 10 plus 5 plus 2. Okay. And then we're going to be doing another 5 here for travel, and then 250. So this one will get its 200 and a 50 here like it normally does. And then we have 32. So we're going to be doing a 20, a 10, and 2 ones. And then a 30, which will get the same kind of denominations here. And then we have 35. So 20, 30, and a 5. 20 and a 5. 30 is gonna get a 10 and a 20. And then we have 13, so we'll do a 10 and 3 ones here. And then we have 60 here, which should give us the full 600, which we were correct. So 10, 20, and nope, that's all we need, a 20 and a 10 for both of those. And then plus 90 is going to give us a 690. So we're officially caught up with everything, and we'll bring the calculator out shortly. I'm still making sure I'm in frame here. We are going to be doing 30 here. So for our group play, we're going to be doing 2 5s. Actually, let's do 3 5s for 15, and then we will do 15 ones. Freebie Friday, we'll be getting 2 5s and 20 ones. And then Sunday savings, we are going to do 3 5s and 15 ones as well. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go through and I'm gonna mark everything off. So we got 2 here for 200. Let me bring my calculator back out at this point. So 200, we got 150. And then we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 20s. Okay, so 470, so that's going to be 220. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another 100. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12, so 60. And then this should be, so we have 15, 30. Right, 30, is that correct? Yeah, I don't know why. I should have 60 here, so I'm gonna make sure. So that's 30, 20, 23, 25, 26. That's another 30, so no, that's not right. That's 50, 60. Okay, so that was correct, so 61s. Okay, so we have 690 here. I have made it through my budget with me for the last paycheck of July. It was a little bit of a rocky one, so I'm so sorry about that, guys. But with that being said, that is it for today's video. If you have stayed to this point, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Turn on all notifications so you'll be notified when the new video is uploaded. And with that being said, we'll see you in the next one.